Hey everybody, this is Bryce 303. Just wanted to throw a little video out there. Been on Facebook and such, and looking at everybody's questions and concerning hunting and guns, and what gun should I get? What caliber should I get? Is it bigger the better? And what scope, and so on and so on and so on. I went through all this myself personally and done a hell of a lot of research online, and there's some fantastic people out there who've put in the work and stuff like that. So this is my 2 cents worth for what it's worth, for everybody. So the first question, what caliber gun should I get? I mean, everybody's like, do I get a 270, 306? Do I get a 30-30 lever? Do I use to make my grandfather's, 303 British that was used in the war? What do I use? Well, it's a lot of big debate on that one, but anywhere from 270 3006 up to 300 the 300 Winchester Magnum. I personally use the 300 Winchester Magnum because I like when it hits, it hits. It'll break the shoulder. There's knockdown power. That's what I like. Now, I've shot moose with buddies 270, and they're fantastic. They're flat shooting, they're like a 3006 as well. I mean, they're very similar bullets. Would I go smaller than a 3006 270, like a 30-30? No, absolutely not. It's okay for deer and stuff like that, and but if up here in Newfoundland where I hunt here, we hunt moose, and for a big animal like that, you want a caliber that's gonna when you hit it, is you gonna do some damage, and it's all but ethics, and you don't want to suffer, and okay, that's my take on it. It's not always bigger the better, but 270, 3006, 300 Win Mag, that's your area. You can't go wrong. Second question I usually hear is, what type of gun should I get? Bolt action is normally the standard. Now, Browning has the BLRs, the lever actions, and they have the clip in them. And because they're clipped, you can use pointed bullets like the 270 and 3006 and 300 mag and stuff like that. If you like the lever actions. Only downside to those, I've been seeing that there's a heavier trigger, so they may not be, the trigger pull's a bit heavier, so they may not be as accurate for longer shots. But Browning, I have a Browning X-Bolt. Fantastic. I'm not going to talk about any other brand because every brand is, got their flagship models and all that good stuff. But I like Browning. Browning, you get your money's worth for Browning. But yeah, the most I find is the bolt action. Yeah, that's for that. Now, type of build gun of the guns, because you get there's a basic blued barrel. It's the basic one. There's a stainless, and there's the new Cerakote. I have the blued barrel because when I bought mine, that's the only option that was there. For what I hunt, I once a year I go to the range. I mean, it's good enough for me. Get the cost down. But if you want to hunt in weather and getting wet and stuff like that, you're going to slap it around the quad like I do. Maybe you want to go with the stainless. That's a bit more weatherproof. Cerakote is, if you want the absolute weather resistant, rust resistant protection you can get currently. So far as I know, it's a Cerakote. But those guns, I know an X-Bolt Cerakoted Pro is going to run you close to $3,000. This is the regular blue barrel X-Bolt, the synthetic stock and stuff. That's the one I have. 1,000, right? So weigh to what you need versus Now, another big selection of topics going through, I've landed upon ammo. Huge topic. A lot of arguments online on this one, boys and ladies. Sorry. What type of ammo? My father used to use lead ammo. Grandfather used lead ammo. You know, what's wrong with lead ammo? I use solid copper ammo, Barnes. So this subject, I want everybody to, if you don't know the difference, go online and look up Barnes ammo versus like the Barnes Vortex ammo versus lead ammo. Lead ammo will fragment, and the solid copper ammo that Barnes uses, now it's hell of expensive. It's probably twice as much as a regular box of your regular ammo, but it retains just about 100% of its weight. For example, I use 300 Magnum 180 grain bullets. Shot a moose. The bullet stuck in the hide on the other side. The moose went 2 steps, fell flat. I dug the bullet out. I weighed it, and it was 179.9 grams. I've shot lots of moose with lead bullets, and you get half dozen pieces here, and if you get a piece at all, there's like your peel shard here and a shard there, because what lead does, it hits, it peels, and it just goes all over the place. I've seen a video online where the guy shot a pig carcass and took it to a local hospital and put it into an x-ray machine, and it showed hundreds of tiny lead fragments all throughout the carcass and the meat and the shoulders. I didn't think it was that bad, but it's unbelievable. So I'll never use lead again. But I'm not knocking people who use lead. If that's what you're used to, want to use, it's all personal preference. But I'm telling you, Barnes, the solid copper bullets. Hornady got a line out now, the Hornady GMX. They're not solid copper, but they're solid metals, like copper. There's a few more metals in there, but they're very similar. That's what they're designed to do. They're not designed to break up. They're designed to peel back. I know the Barnes ammo, when it hits, you're not saving the lungs. It'll blow everything out that much. You got to research it. It's amazing ammo. You won't go wrong. You don't want to track your moose 50 yards, 100 yards in the bush like I used to do with Father's rifle, using old Remington bullets. Barnes bullet, most he ever went is 10 feet. Biggest kind of bull. Anyway, I digress. Scope selections, another big subject. You don't go cheap on your glass, but in my opinion, if you're going to bang it around a quad and stuff like that, you don't want to go into $1,000 in scope. I mean, if you can afford it, more power to you. I got a Vortex Crossfire, and I bangs around the quad. I takes it to range and zeroes it in, and I takes it to moose hunting, and it's on my shoulders, and I've made my longest kill is 432 yards, dead on. Dropped them. So it holds at zero. They're shockproof, they're weatherproof, and stuff like that. Vortex is really good. I had a Redfield scope, same thing. Redfield is actually made by Leupold, so it's got a different body, but the glass is all Leupold glass. So fantastic quality. So I would either go with Vortex, Redfield, or you want to step up a little bit, Leupold. Can't go wrong. Final thing I want to touch on is it doesn't matter in the end, really. If you got your gun picked out, this is your dream gun, whatever model it is, and you got your caliber picked out and got your glass and everything's like that. It doesn't mean literally, excuse language, with 2 fucks boys, if you don't go to the range and practice. Because shot placement, it's fucking horrendous how many moose is killed and not retrieved because they're hit in the guts and they're hit square in the shoulder with a caliber that's not big enough, and or hit, too low or whatever like that, because the person doesn't take the time to shop it to practice. So I go to if you're not in around town or like that, or a place where there's a range, gravel pit. I mean, what I recommend, go and pick up a couple of boxes of the cheap Winchester or Remington bullets, just a couple two, 3 boxes, and go to the pit. Take your time, lie down or get a bag and just 50 yards, and then reach out to 100 yards. I mean, most moose you kill in Newfoundland won't be inside of 200 yards anyway. Most ones I've ever killed. So yeah, I mean, practice shots. Shot placement is 100%. So if you got excellent shot placement and good ammo, your gun, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get your moose, right? So that'll cut down on a lot of arguments. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I got. So hope everybody is successful this year in the draw here in Newfoundland, or whatever in the world you are. I hope everything works out to you. God love you all, and cheers. All right, boys. Have a good one.